Good day, everyone. My name is Adile Kilechi. I'm an accountant and actually an accounting software consultant for Plainside Accounting Services. You can see our details there. You can reach us. Now, I'm going to be taking you on this course called QuickBooks. Finding your way around QuickBooks installation and setup, creating your own company, and maintaining basic default information. Now, I'm going to take you through the course outline, which is introduction to QuickBooks, definition of terms, an accounting method to use, and of course, accounting basis, and also creating your own company. Then the second topic, we're going to be looking at learning to do essential QuickBooks tasks, which include setting up preferences, adding an account, which we call chart of accounts, adding customers, adding suppliers, adding items, inventory, sales taxes. So we're going to also look at sales-related transactions and all the documents used during sales, and we'll also look at purchases-related transactions. We'll look at banking, where we write checks and learn how to write checks and use account registers and other related functions, and especially bank reconciliation. And we will also look at reporting. Reporting will actually look at the financial statements and exporting reports and backing up company data. We will take you through this course, and you can reach us through email, or you can actually put a call across to us. Now, QuickBooks, just an introduction, it's an accounting software that's used to keep record of day-to-day business transactions. Whatever you can do manually using your spreadsheet like Excel, or using your books of accounts as manual records, you can do using the software like QuickBooks. QuickBooks is robust. It has basically 5 core modules, which is your accounts receivable, your account payables, your general ledger, banking, and of course fixed assets, and of course your financial statements. Now basically, we'll take you through this course and teach you how to, like I've said, we'll look at the interface to try to create your own company, and follow the course outline as being displayed. So in a minute, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to actually take a look at what QuickBooks really looks like. Now on your screen, you have the interface of QuickBooks. This is exactly what it looks like, especially for the version I'm using. And I'll just take you through the interface so that wherever you see QuickBooks, you actually know how to navigate your way around. Now, at the top of the bar here, it's called your title bar. It has I'm just going to drag this down. It has the name of your company and actually the version of QuickBooks you're using. Prefer to use this version because it has basically all the features I need. And why not? You can use updated versions if you want. The next is the menu bar. The menu bar, it's probably your it's actually your navigational area into various modules in your QuickBooks accounting software. We're going to be looking at all these modules as we go through the course one after the other, and you'll be taught how to actually use the various documents and reports you find on your database on your system. Just to go through a little, we have the file. File actually gives you access to creating your new company, switching to multi-user mode, also backing up your company files, and some printing setup and sending forms. Basically, administrative functions are carried out within this area. So if I want to create a new company, I'll find this here. If I want to back up my company for those who are actually going to be managing this area, you can create local backups and actually back up online. The essence of backing up is to make sure you have a safe copy of your people's file in case anything happens to your database. You can create a copy of this company. You can close from here. Now, if your QuickBooks is actually on a server and is shared to various systems, you must actually switch. The system hosting the QuickBooks, which is the server, must be on multi-user mode for other systems to actually connect to that database. That is actually the essence of switching to multi-user. We have other utilities where you can import QuickBooks files, you can export, you can convert, a lot of options, post multi-user access, verify data to make sure the data is safe, and other options. Of course, the accountant copy is actually a very important area too, where the accountant actually manages most of these, especially files that are actually related to the client activities and file transfer files. We have where you can print various forms, printer setup, your shipping, and every other function. In your edits, the most important area here is your preferences. Now, the preferences is used to actually create default information, and it's important that you work on these various default informations, which will help you use your QuickBooks a little bit more easier and user-friendly according to your company's requirements. So we will actually take you through this area as the course progresses. View will give you various views on QuickBooks. List is actually to give you the list of various options, various documents like item list, fixed asset list, chart of account list. So basically, for all the job you do on QuickBooks, your list will actually give you a view of every single thing you have done. Of course, favorites, your most frequently visited pages, you can add them in your favorite list. The accountant area houses very important documents. And as we go on, you're going to be actually using these documents. Because your chart of accounts, your fixed assets, general journals, bank reconciliation, remote access, and all. So these are very key. That the essence why they are here is because they actually core to the accounting role, accounting function. You can see some of these options elsewhere in other tabs, but this is like a special center, which we call the accountant center. The accountant center, it's just a center where the accountant does most of this job. Well, the company option also, the company tab, gives you basic information about things like setting up user and passwords, creating various users, planning and budgeting, setting reminders. If you can notice, chart of accounts is here, general journal is here. They are also in your accountant section, so you can also find them here too. Customers is used for all your customer related transactions and documents used for sales. You find them here. For all your vendor related transactions and documents used for purchases and payments to your vendors, you find them here. Of course, for your employee and payroll, you find them here. For banking, you actually bank options like funds transfer, reconcile, make deposits, loan manager, these are write checks. Those are some of the options you find here. Then your reports, basically the end product of everything you do goes down to the reports. And QuickBooks gives a very good, robust reporting structure. And as you can see, financial statements, accountant and taxes, see things like your travels, your general ledger, audit trail, and the rest. If you want specific reports, you can actually find them also in your various areas. Because the help section, for those who actually perform installations or who set system up, this is actually very nice. And of course, you can ask questions for for answers that are available on QuickBooks. Now we're going to start this class by creating a company. Now, a company is the highest hierarchy of your structure in QuickBooks. Everything will exist only when a company has been created. And your chart of accounts, your fiscal year, your ledgers, your those basic elements are created in the company. So you must have a company before you can actually start using QuickBooks. So part of the introduction of this course is actually to show you, basically how you can set up your own company on QuickBooks. Now, how do I create a company, which will most likely be the first thing you will do. But as we go forward, remember, you will find the QuickBooks icon on your desktop, so do well to double click on it after installation. If you have any questions on installations, setting up database, training, sale of QuickBooks, why not? You can contact the earlier contact detail you found when we started this class. All right, so how do we create a company? The option you have is to go to File, go to your menu bar, click on File, and you will see various options. But we're interested in just one, which is creating a new company. So what you do is to click on that option, and then the system is going to actually take you to your page where you're supposed to start doing your setup for creating a company. Now, in creating a company, you have three basic options. The first is control, setup, and fine-tune company file. This is starting from afresh. This is for advanced users. The next is create the company file based on an existing one. If you have a QuickBooks that has been existing before, you can create your QuickBooks using that particular existing company. You can convert data from Quicken. Quicken is actually another software or other accounting software to QuickBooks. So these are the three ways you can create a company in QuickBooks. But we're going to be going through the Express Start, which will take us straight to what we want. If you look here, it says Express Start, which is answers basic questions, and we'll do the rest. You can always make changes later. Remember, this is recommended for new users. So for new users, please use the Express Start. For advanced users, they can start from the Detailed Start. When I click on Express Start, I'll have this tell us about your company page. So I'm actually going to create a new company. I'll call this Dovier Enterprises. Dovier Enterprises is into a product-based company. Remember, here you have different options. You have different options. You have a lot more you can search. These are all options depending on the nature of your business, the nature of your organization. You can actually select what you want. I'm going to go to general product based. The company type, which talks about leadership or management structure. Sole proprietorship, one-man business, partnership, two or more people, single member, limited liability company, multi-member, corporations, non-profits. I will go for a single member LCC. Well, remember these fields that are asterisked in red are the most important of the areas. If you have tax to provide, do you have employees? Yes. Once you have entered these details, you click on next. Now, enter your business contact information page where we have the legal name, which is the same as the name of the business. You have your address, I can say 3 Franklin Road, US. let's say Los Angeles. Let's just say Nigeria. City Abuja. States. States, we don't have that option there for Nigeria, so we're going to just use the zip code. The country is Nigeria. If you go through the list of these countries, you won't find Nigeria, unfortunately, but you have the option for others. Phone number. Now watch, this is not active yet, but immediately I begin to enter my phone number, the page actually becomes active. You can provide your email address on the website if you want. So I'll go to the create a new component file, and based on the speed of your system and the software, this will take as much time as possible. So at this point, please keep your system on and make sure your system is connected to power, and give you the time it actually needs to go through this process. So this is about 50%. We'll keep at that until it's actually done. Okay, voila, my company has been created. It's going to actually pop out some information, QuickBooks things I'll need, but I'm not going to go through this help center. So I'm going to click on start working. When I click on start working, my company is created. Dovia Nigeria Limited. Pardon these errors from application from my system. You can close all these pages, or you can go through them if you think it's unnecessary for you. Now, immediately you create your company, the next most important thing you must do is to check out the default, what we call default information, or what we call preferences. Now, if you look at your far left-hand side, this is called actually your shortcuts. It can take you through basic areas in your QuickBooks. You have calendar, snapshot, customers. These are those shortcut areas. For example, if my window is closed and I want to get it back, all I can do is to click on home and the page is up. So the shortcut areas just takes you through very quickly through some certain areas. So the next thing you must do, immediately you finish creating your company, is to check out the default, what we call default information or preferences. Now, there are some basic informations here that will be good, that will be okay for my company, and some I will need to actually work in. So in the next slide, or in the next class, we're going to look at each and every one of these default informations according to my preference and company preference. We'll explain them one after the other and actually begin the process of using QuickBooks and setting up all the accounts we'll need. So thank you very much, as we will be ending this phase here. As this is the introductory phase of QuickBooks. Remember, if you want to reach us, we have our contact information. You can send us an email or actually give us a call. And you can also visit our website. I think I can just add that now. www.plainside.accounting.com. You can drop us a message, write to us, and we'll actually get back to you. Thank you very much, and let us look at the next class. Like I said, the next class will focus on looking at the preferences, looking at setting up basic informations. We're going to be looking at setting up basic informations that our business require, and take it from there. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.